What would you do if someone suddenly vanished without a trace? No phone calls, no messages, no clues. And just when you thought life was finally returning to normal, a new mystery appeared right at your doorstep. But here's the terrifying part. The missing person isn't a stranger. He's your friend, and someone is secretly watching your every move. Today, we're diving into the complete story of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Netflix's suspense-filled mystery thriller that takes Pip Fitz-Amobi into her most dangerous investigation yet. This season is packed with hidden identities, shocking betrayals, serial killer secrets, courtroom drama, and a finale that changes everything. So sit back, relax, and let's uncover the mystery. Because trust me, the deeper this story goes, the darker it becomes. The story begins shortly after the events of Season 1. Pip Fitz-Amobi has finally exposed the truth behind the Andie Bell case. The mystery that consumed her life is over, or at least that's what she hopes. Now Pip has become somewhat famous. She launches a true crime podcast called A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, where she talks about the investigation that made headlines across the country. People admire her, they listen to her, and for the first time in a long while, life seems normal. But normal never lasts long in Pip's world. The people responsible for Andie's death are behind bars. Meanwhile, Max Hastings is preparing for trial after being accused of sexually assaulting multiple girls. Pip is expected to testify against him, and Max knows it. One day, Pip attends Connor's birthday party with Ravi and their friends. Everything seems harmless, until she unexpectedly sees Max. As Max jogs past her, he stops and smirks. That's it. Just a smile. But something about it feels wrong. Very wrong. Pip instantly becomes uneasy. It's almost as if Max is warning her, or reminding her that he isn't afraid. Ravi tries to reassure her. Soon, Max will face justice. At least, that's what everyone hopes. During the party, Pip notices Connor's older brother, Jamie, acting strangely. Jamie seems distracted, nervous, like he's hiding something. Then he receives a text message. His entire expression changes. He panics, accuses Pip of looking at his phone, and quickly leaves. The moment feels strange, but Pip doesn't think much about it. Not yet, because she has no idea that Jamie is about to become the center of her next nightmare. That night, Pip uploads her completed podcast episodes. As she prepares for bed, she suddenly hears movement outside her house. She looks through the window. A dark figure dressed entirely in black runs away into the night. Before she can get a better look, they're gone. Just like that. The next morning, Pip watches a television documentary about one of Britain's most infamous serial killers, a monster named Child Brunswick. The documentary briefly mentions Scott's son, a mysterious child known only as Child Brunswick, the son who helped lure victims toward their deaths. After Scott's arrest, Child disappeared into witness protection. No one knows where he is now. The information seems random, unimportant. But later, Pip will discover it is one of the biggest clues in the entire season. Meanwhile, shocking news spreads through town. Becca Bell suddenly withdraws from Max's upcoming trial. This is a disaster. Without Becca's testimony, the case against Max becomes much weaker. Pip refuses to accept it. She decides to visit Becca in prison. After a heartfelt conversation, Becca finally agrees to testify again. For a brief moment, things seem hopeful. But then, Pip receives a terrifying message. Someone leaves a newspaper at her front door. The newspaper features her face on the cover, but somebody has taped over her mouth. Written across it are chilling words. Planning a funeral? Pip freezes. Someone is threatening her. Someone knows exactly who she is. And they're getting closer. Things become even stranger when Pip discovers Jamie's name on the witness list for Max's trial. Jamie isn't just a random witness. He's important. Very important. Apparently, Jamie knows the identity of another victim who accused Max. A victim known only as Woman A. This makes Jamie a key part of the case. And if someone wanted to protect Max, Jamie could become a target. That night, the town gathers for a memorial. While everyone pays tribute to the past, Pip receives a mysterious note. The note claims someone has information about Max. The sender asks her to meet at a graveyard. Alone. Pip knows it's probably a trap, but she goes anyway. And waiting for her there is Max. He admits he sent the message. Then he makes a threat. If Pip doesn't stop testifying against him, Ravi will suffer the consequences. It's pure intimidation. But Pip refuses to back down. She walks away, still determined, still fearless. But danger is already closing in. Later that night, Pip receives a voicemail from Kara asking for help. After bringing Kara home, Pip listens as her friend breaks down emotionally. Kara finally admits how much pain she's been hiding. The consequences of the previous investigation have affected everyone. Not just Pip. Not just Ravi. Everyone. And before Pip can even process everything, the next morning arrives. Connor appears at her door, panicked, terrified. And what he says next changes everything. Jamie Reynolds is missing. No one knows where he went. No one can reach him. His phone is dead, and nobody has seen him since the memorial. At first, Pip wants nothing to do with another investigation. She promised herself she was done solving mysteries, done risking her life, done chasing answers. But sometimes mysteries choose you. And this mystery is just getting started. But what happens next changes everything.
Jamie Reynolds has vanished. No witnesses, no ransom note, no obvious suspects. Just a trail that seems to disappear into thin air. And the worst part? The clock is ticking. Because Jamie isn't just a missing person. He's supposed to testify in Max Hastings' trial. If Jamie stays missing, one of the most important witnesses against Max could be silenced forever. At first, Pip hopes the police will handle it. But when she speaks to D.I. Hawkins, she quickly realizes that isn't going to happen. Jamie is legally an adult, and according to the police, there are other missing person cases that need attention. In other words, Jamie isn't a priority. But for Pip, that's not good enough. And so, against her better judgment, she officially takes on another case. Pip's first suspect is obvious, Max Hastings. The timing is simply too suspicious. Jamie disappears right before he's due to testify, and Max has every reason to want him gone. So Pip starts building a timeline. She learns Jamie was last seen at the memorial around 8 p.m. His phone stops working before 12:45 a.m. Somewhere during those few hours, something happened. The question is, what? At this point, Pip realizes something terrifying. This isn't just a missing person case anymore. Someone is playing a game with her, a dangerous game. Every clue she uncovers seems carefully placed. Every step forward only reveals a bigger mystery. And soon, Pip will uncover a secret that has been buried for years, a secret connected to one of Britain's most notorious serial killers. The episode opens with another message from Layla. This time, there's no conversation, no warning, no explanation, just a location pin. Moments later, the profile disappears completely, gone, as if it never existed. Pip, Ravi, and Connor immediately head to the location. The coordinates lead them to a cemetery, and suddenly Jamie's strange note begins making sense. Remember the words they found earlier? Hilary F. Wiseman left 11. Now they discover Hilary Wiseman's grave. Pip carefully counts 11 steps to the left, and there, hidden among flowers placed near another grave, she finds something unexpected. A handwritten note. The note reads, "To Layla, love Jamie." Suddenly, Jamie's relationship with Layla feels much more serious than anyone imagined. This wasn't a casual online friendship. Jamie had fallen deeply in love. But that's not all. Hidden beneath the flowers is another surprise. $900 in cash. Why would Jamie leave money in a cemetery? And for whom? The answers remain frustratingly out of reach. Just then, someone unexpected arrives. Stanley, the golf club security guard, the same man who previously provided Max's alibi. And what Stanley reveals changes everything. He confesses that the security footage was fake. Max never visited the golf club that night. The footage Pip saw had actually been recorded months earlier. Stanley had altered the dates and helped Max create a false alibi. Why? Because Max threatened his job. Stanley feared losing everything. Now guilt is finally catching up with him, and for the first time, Pip has proof that Max lied. Meanwhile, Max's world is beginning to crumble. His own mother finally confronts him. She tells him something he never expected to hear. She knows the truth.
She knows what he did, and she refuses to defend him anymore. For the first time all season, Max looks genuinely scared. Not of prison, not of the trial, but of disappointing the one person whose approval he desperately craves, his mother.
After weeks of chasing clues, after countless lies, after false leads, threats, and dead ends, Pip finally believes she knows the truth. Stanley is Child Brunswick, the infamous son of serial killer Scott Brunswick. But knowing the truth and proving it are two very different things, and what happens next will lead to a deadly confrontation nobody sees coming. The finale begins with Pip, Ravi, and Connor putting together every clue they've collected. The evidence points in one direction: Stanley. The more they analyze his behavior, the more convinced they become. He lied about Max's alibi. He appeared whenever important clues surfaced, and somehow his past remains almost completely unknown. Most importantly, if Stanley is Child Brunswick, he may also know exactly what happened to Jamie. Or worse, he may be the reason Jamie disappeared. The group quickly forms a risky plan. They need to get inside Stanley's house, but they can't do it while he's home. So Pip creates a distraction. She and Kara will pretend to be Layla, the mysterious woman Stanley has been desperately trying to find. If they can lure him away, Ravi and Connor can search the house. Simple, at least in theory. The bait works. Stanley arrives at the abandoned manor where the old calamity parties used to take place. But things don't go according to plan. Stanley doesn't stay long. He's suspicious, very suspicious. And before Ravi and Connor can finish searching his home, Stanley starts heading back. Pip has no choice. She must confront him herself. Standing outside the manor, Pip finally admits the truth. She isn't Layla. She was pretending. She sent the messages. She orchestrated the meeting. Stanley looks directly at her. Then he asks a chilling question. "Do you know who I am?" Pip doesn't hesitate. Yes. At that moment, neither of them needs to say the name. They both understand. The truth is finally out. Stanley is Child Brunswick. The season ends with a close-up of Pip's face, terrified, confused, and realizing one horrifying truth. She may have solved this mystery, but another one has already begun, and this next mystery might be the most dangerous one yet. And that's the complete story of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder Season 2. What started as a search for a missing friend turned into a twisted web of catfishing, revenge, courtroom battles, hidden identities, and secrets connected to a notorious serial killer. But perhaps the biggest lesson of the season is this: sometimes the truth doesn't bring justice, sometimes the villains walk free, and sometimes solving one mystery only opens the door to another. If you enjoyed this complete movie and series explanation, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next mystery breakdown. And tell us in the comments, did you suspect Charlie was Layla before the reveal? Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and remember, not every mystery wants to be solved.